The weather's very changeable today. It rains really hard 1 minute and then dries up, and it's still gusty and blowy, but at least it's dry for the moment. So I've kicked my son out to play, get him some fresh air and playing on site. And the dogs are getting walks during the dry moments because we don't know how long they last before the next downpour happens. But all in all, not bad. Yeah, we're still warm and dry, and the one thing that the really heavy rain is absolutely proving is that my little seal of this window here that I did a little while ago has worked. Dry as a bone, no problems, no water ingress whatsoever. So I'm really pleased about that. Be able to sit here and check that everything is good with windy rain coming straight at that window panel is a good test. Amber, we don't need to bark at everyone who walks past today, do we? Thank you. Now, there is something else that's concerning me about the caravan. When we left Sandringham on Saturday, was it? Winding up the legs, as you do before hitching up and leaving the site, the front left, well, the one under where I'm sitting, leg flopped down and has been rendered useless. So something's come adrift there or broken. It's very difficult for me to see exactly what aspect is broken, but I suspect a bolt has gone missing, or a sprocket or something that attaches the underside of the stabilizing leg to the chassis has gone or broken or something, and I don't know how to fix it. At the moment, as we're on site, I can push the leg up and down with my hand. It's not secure, but I can push it up and down, and I've pushed it down when I got here just so that it has the appearance of having all four legs, but it's not offering any support whatsoever, which means that the caravan is not as stable as usual. It's not bad, but it's a little bit more rocky than usual. It's fun in high winds, but not as fun as when my son jumps in and out of the door. So we're having to be a bit careful with that, and it's been playing on my mind and worrying me because I don't want to drive home on Thursday with a wobbly broken leg if I can help it, but I don't know how to fix it either. I don't know how I know what part I'm going to need to repair it. Anyway, so I did some asking around on caravan forums, and someone suggested to me, why don't I call out a caravan engineer to come to the site and have a look at it? And I thought, oh, why didn't I think of that? So this morning I have contacted a local caravan engineer, and hopefully he couldn't come today, and hopefully he's going to be able to come either first thing early doors in the morning or late tomorrow, either before or after another job that he's got booked, just to have a look at it for me. And hopefully it's something that's simple to repair, or at least make safe for me to be able to tow her home and not worry about the darn thing coming off and becoming even more of an issue than it already is. I certainly don't want to cause any damage to the actual caravan. So I'll be really relieved if this chap can come out tomorrow and if it's something simple to fix. But in the meantime, today it's a really lazy day. The weather is so changeable, just can't trust it at all. The wind's quite blowy. The rain is frequent and heavy when it does arrive. So it's an indoor day today with little walks around the campsite with the dogs and numerous cups of tea. Pot noodles, quick and easy, warm lunch for a drizzly day. That makes my son very, very happy. This is the life. As we're coming to the end of our holiday now, it's time to use up what's in the freezer, because I don't want this defrosting and then going to waste. So I'm going to cook this kebab meat up. And then mix up the simple cheese and broccoli pasta, mix it all together. I think with a bit of salad as well. The weather, as it turns out, ended up being an awful lot better than was stated in the weather app. It hasn't rained at all since about 2 o'clock this afternoon, which has been great for my son and all of the kids on this campsite, who have been really enjoying themselves, bombing around on their scooters and bikes and trikes and just having a ball. But I have to say, I kind of miss him. I had to bribe him to go on a dog walk with me, just so that I could spend some time with him and check in on him, make sure he's okay. And then we made our way back to the caravan, and off he was again. I love it and loathe it in equal measure, I've decided. Although I shouldn't complain. I really shouldn't, because no sooner are we back home and there'll be no kids to play with, I'll be wishing we were here so that he'd get out from under my feet again. I think that's parenthood, isn't it? It's a combination of wanting to be with them every second of the day just to make sure they're safe, and wanting them out from under your feet so that they can explore and become human beings. Without mummy do is telling them what they can and can't do every second of the day. It's definitely healthier to let them explore and have a little touch of freedom and get that social interaction going with different kids of different ages. Ooh, pay attention. That really boiled over. That would have been a mess. The major plus side, the Wi-Fi has been much more reliable today. So although I've been on my own watching out the window, I have had Wi-Fi, so I've been able to chat to people and catch up with Facebook and Twitter and my games and things like that. That's been pleasant. You know, it's funny, I don't wash up at home. Dishwasher all the way. But somehow in a caravan, it's kind of therapeutic. I guess because there's time and it's peaceful, and I've got a good view out of my window of everyone in their caravans, kids playing, my son's out there somewhere. Yeah, feed him and then he's off again. I really shouldn't complain. Woe is me. But at least he had the good grace to ask what kind of afternoon I'd had. And as he left, he said, "Remember you're loved, Mummy." And then disappeared at a rate of knots. The one thing for this caravan, hot water ain't half hot. That proper is hot water that comes out of the top tap. So the hot water boiler really does a good job. It makes me laugh when I read caravan forums and Facebook groups and people talk about pink and blue jobs. And for me, everything's a purple job. I'm the cook, the cleaner, the toilet emptier, the water filler upper. I'm lying there. My son's very good at filling up the water. But absolutely everything. The tower, the hitcher, the leveler. I do get slightly peeved when people say, "Oh, I couldn't do that." Yes, you could. When there's no one else around to do it, yes, you absolutely can. You may not want to do it, that's a different matter entirely. But not being able to do something and not wanting to do something are two things completely different. And quite frankly, I'm very pleased that I can and do everything. Because I feel like I'm teaching my son that nothing's impossible. If you want something, you work hard, you get it. If you want to do something, you try hard and you do it. And if you fail the first time, you carry on until you get there. When you make mistakes, you fix it. When things go wrong, you make things right. And these are such important life lessons. But I guess I have my parents to thank for the way I am. Because I have very strong parents, the pair of them. My mum and my dad have taught me everything and have made me who I am. Sometimes I wonder if they made me a little bit too independent. And sometimes I wonder if they think that too, when I'm halfway across the country and they don't want me to be. Bless her, I know my mum's having kittens right now. Especially when the phone signal's playing up and the Wi-Fi is not good enough and she can't get hold of me exactly when she wants to. Because even when you reach my grand old age, your mum's still your mum and you're still their child, no matter what. And quite frankly, I wouldn't have it any other way. So when mum and dad watch this, as they will, a little message just for them. Love you both lots. sunny old day today. With such untrustworthy weather, it's been difficult to plan anything or do anything because you don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next and how things are going to change. And indeed, this evening the wind has really picked up and it's blowing massively out there. Little branches are blowing around in the road. Our little windsock's going mental. Hoping that survives the night. But I think the dogs have been really relieved that we've not had any major long walks today and they've had a chance to rest up. And I know that Perry's been really glad to have us home all day. And my son's been really glad to have a day just playing with his friends. So it's all been rather lovely. But tomorrow is our last day, full day here on site. I've had a text message from the caravan engineer who's hoping to be here between 3:30 and 4:30 tomorrow to have a look at our corner steady. Fingers crossed it's an easy fix and that can be sorted out for us before we depart on Thursday. But now it's time to retire for the evening, relax and enjoy the peace and quiet that is. So I shall say good night. Good night. Love you lots. Bye. Did I stop? Is that why we got a tail wag? Did I stop?